Welcome to Movie Dumpster Season 8, Episode 18. Today we're talking about Night of the Scarecrow from 1995, directed by Jeff Burr. And is this the best 90s Scarecrow movie you've never seen? It sure is. I'm Joe Lascola.
I'm Sean O'Rourke.
And I'm Dr. Benny Graves.
Welcome to the Dumpster. The doctor is in.
That's me.
That's you.
They're talking about me.
Dr. Benny, welcome to the video dungeon.
It's a pleasure to be in the same space as a Meet the Applegates pin.
Off camera, yeah.
He's referring to the pin that's stuck on the TV over there.
He's got a lot of pins.
Thank you. This has been a long time coming, and we're so excited to finally have you in the dungeon talking some Night of the Scarecrow.
I'm really excited.
Yeah, I'm like super excited for this. Sean and I were talking. We're like, okay, what trick or trash movies do we want to do this year? And I was like, okay, well, we definitely got to do Hollowgate because that was on my list. But then I was like, shit, dude, we got to do Night of the Scarecrow. I was like, Benny introduced me to this movie. I've never heard of it or seen it, which is fucking bizarre, which we'll get to. But it was a hole in one.
I also, just to add an addendum to that no one cares about but me, I did suggest Halloween Town. I do want to just mention that.
And I said, maybe another time.
Yes, Halloween Town 1 and 2 eventually. I'd like to cover those as a double episode because Halloween Town 1, pretty good. Halloween Town 2, holy fuck, it should have never been made. But yes, Night of the Scarecrow.
Is Halloween Town 2 better than Hollowgate?
Fuck no.
Okay, there you have it, folks.
It's fucking bad.
So there's a lack of Scarecrow movies.
There's a few that we can talk about. For a few really good ones.
Sure.
Yeah.
Wizard of Oz.
Okay.
I was going to say Scarecrows.
Scarecrows.
That we covered.
Scarecrows is great when you can see what's happening.
Yes, you have to watch the
not VHS.
The not VHS.
We did a watch along. Talk about trying to see what the fuck's happening. It's a small screen within a screen on Patreon.
No, we had the cleaned up version. For
did
that.
we at the time?
Yeah.
I mean, the dumpster dwellers going back to watch the watch.
I think that movie's kind of great.
It's great.
I also think it's really interesting because it feels like a movie where there's so much overdub.
Yeah.
And I'm like, did they put that in after because they were like, dummies aren't going to follow? Like, was there no dialogue? Was it just them sneaking around in the Scarecrows?
There's a lot of sneaking around in the Scarecrows in that movie, so
yeah.
I would assume so. Yeah.
There's Dark Knight of the Scarecrow.
There's with Larry Drake,
which comes up when you search for this movie. You got to like hunt for this movie because that one's the more popular with a similar name.
I feel like people are gonna watch this episode and be like, "This isn't Dark Knight of the Scarecrow," and it's like, no, because it's Night of the Scarecrow.
Which I haven't seen Dark Knight of the Scarecrow.
Oh, it's great, dude. Larry Drake plays like a slow dude who essentially befriends this little girl, and then I think.
A mob kills him?
Yeah, a mob kills him. He's dressed as the Scarecrow.
Shocked.
Yeah.
I seem to remember being pretty good for a made-for-TV. Like, they get away with a lot of shit you don't expect from whenever it came out.
It's got like a Halloween setting, too.
I believe so.
Which is the only demerit from this movie.
Yeah. But it slides right in.
Yes.
Like, it works, and even though it takes place in California. But we'll get to that.
Well, I mean, Halloween takes place in California regardless.
Well, right, but Haddonfield, Illinois.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, where sometimes there are palm trees in the back.
I got you.
Get me more fucking leaves. And
you get those bags of leaves back together. I'm John Carpenter, and I'm smoking 18 cigarettes, and I look the same as I do now.
God bless that man.
But yeah, before we get into like all the ads and shit, I wanted to introduce Benny, and I want you to tell us a little bit about what you do.
Wow.
Because you do some really cool shit.
Well, I'm a veterinarian, but when I'm not doing that, I'm writing for Morgue right now. After my tenure of almost 300 episodes, some with me, some without me. Say You Love Satan, said goodbye.
Yep.
For now.
And that was a sad day.
And it was a sad day, but we are all still friends, and we are all still partying very hard.
We had Jesse on for the Kindred episode.
That's right.
Oh, many years ago.
A while back, yeah.
And then I started writing for Analog Abattoir, Morgue. And I've been trying, my goal in general is to introduce people to stuff that they haven't seen before and hopefully open up gateways for them to get real weird with it.
Absolutely.
Like niche stuff that I think is still out there because there are people who are really granular and know every shot on a video movie, but then there are still people who, and there's no harm, no foul in like sticking to Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th.
Sure.
But there is a world out there of analogous stuff. And if I can get you to watch Don't Panic for your love of Nightmare on Elm Street, I will.
Don't Panic rules.
So
So you're speaking to me, is what you're saying, Benny.
Yeah.
That's right.
But maybe 8 or 9 years ago,
No,
but I get your point.
But one of the biggest things that I love about Ben is that he has basically the same mission statement as we do.
That's true.
Where, we want to show you films like Night of the Scarecrow or Hollowgate or something like that. Not super granular with the shot on video stuff, because I just feel like that is a very acquired taste.
There's like
it's very acquired.
1,000. If there are 1,000 SOV movies, there are 20 good SOV movies.
Yeah.
Come and fight me.
Yeah. No,
I'm right.
I would agree with you on that, man. 100%.
I'm not watching all the wave movies where like a fucking mummy tickles a girl's feet because someone got off about it.
But like, there's still things to be discovered.
Yes.
That lends right into Night of the Scarecrow. It's a fucking Jeff Burr movie, right? And he's done, just so everybody knows, like he directed Pumpkinhead 2 and Stepfather 2, which we covered on the show. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, which we did a commentary track for. Puppet Master 4 and 5. So this guy has done a ton of shit that you've seen.
Sequels.
Yes. And this, well, actually, yeah. This is the only one that's not a sequel.
Yeah.
Not the only one, but in that pocket there from
that
like the 90s,
yeah.
But I had never heard of this. And we're going to get into maybe why I haven't, but you brought it to my attention, and it was such a special thing, because you're like, dude, have you ever seen Night of the Scarecrow? And I'm like, what the fuck is that? And you're like, oh, this 90s Scarecrow Jeff Burr movie. I'm like, what?
I think it was last year, because it was at the Fulci concert.
Yeah.
And right before that, I got into Buffalo to introduce a movie there, and they did the Buffalo Horror Garage Sale, which is a cool event they do there with like vendors, and they had this on VHS, and I was eyeing it because, of course, I'm pedantic like that. Like somebody posted that they were vending VHS, and I was like, let me look through these VHS. What's in the picture? And I was like, I've never heard of that, and I love a Scarecrow movie. And Yasmina, my room org,
we're friends with Yasmina,
compatriot, was like, you should get that. It's good. And I picked it up, and I was like, all right, it's going to be good.
Sure.
And I thought it was fucking great.
Yeah. Well, that's what happened. You told me about it, and you were like, dude, it's really, really good. So I found the tape, and I watched it, and I was like, holy shit, this fucking rules. How did I miss this? It may have had something to do with the fact that only 12,000 copies were sold at video stores, and it didn't get a theatrical release in the States.
Yeah, the distribution is like woefully bad.
Totally bad for this. And what really blew my mind about it was it's a Republic Pictures joint. So it's like, how did that happen?
I don't know. And I guess I wonder, my question about this movie, too, is like, is this movie not well known because this is like the dying gasps of like horror movies at this time? Like we're verging into Scream territory. Yeah,
but I feel like Charles Band is still kicking at this time too. Okay. So like the direct-to-video horror, I think it still has its legs. I mean, 94 was a big year for me personally with Full Moon. Like Demonic Toys, I think comes out. No, that was 92. Anyway, my point is,
there's still stuff.
Coming out. There's still
I don't know.
There's still good Puppet Masters coming out.
It's an anomaly.
Yeah. I just don't know why it didn't get enough attention. I mean, it's basically kind of it's similar to Pumpkinhead 2 in terms of like how the story beats kind of.
Sure, yes.
If you get what I'm saying.
Jeff Burr went back into the work closet and took some pieces from the Pumpkinhead 2 script for sure. Some set pieces, definitely.
But yeah, before we start spilling some Scarecrow seed, if you want some more Movie Dumpster content, you can head over to patreon.com/Movie Dumpster. You can get an ad-free audio version of the show for only $2 a month, and you can get some other great stuff at the $5 and $10 tiers. We got some great stuff for Trick or Trash, so you don't want to miss it. If you got the loot, help support your favorite show.
And if you're watching here on YouTube, please like the video and subscribe if you're not already, and share it with your friends. And if you're listening on your favorite podcast app, leave us that 5 stars and a review if you got the time. We're always trying to grow this dumpster community, so the more people we can get this out to, into more eardrums, eyeballs, and everything in between. You guys are the only ones that could do it. We can only say so much, so we really appreciate your support.
Yeah, man, we always say it. Those reviews help more than anything. If you share the show, if you like the thing on YouTube and you share the Spotify stuff or wherever you get your podcast, it's such a huge help to grow the show. But if you do want to maybe buy some stuff, you can go over to MovieDumpsterPodcast.com. We got hats, shirts, stickers, all kinds of stuff. We also have a calendar there where you can find out where the Dumpster Boys are going to be, what events we're going to be at. And check it out at MovieDumpsterPodcast.com. And now that I'm thinking of it too, Jeff Burr also did From a Whisper to a Scream, which was
the anthology,
The Offspring, yeah, with Clu Gallagher, and Rusty Cundiff I think worked on that, or the guy that Rusty Cundiff worked with. We mentioned it on Tales from the Hood, but it was The Offspring or From a Whisper to a Scream.
Okay.
Yeah.
One version of the art is Vincent Price, and he's holding like a head.
Yeah.
And the other version is a really cool little. It looks like Frog Ghoulie.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he's ripping open like a neighborhood.
Yeah.
And like popping out of it. It's a great piece of
It's
art.
really cool. Yeah.
It looks like a
sign
horror
me up.
paperback.
Mhm.
Okay.
But unfortunately, Jeff passed away in 2023 from a stroke.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And that was do you remember that when that happened?
Clearly not.
No,
I mean,
like I was like, holy shit! Like he was only I think 60 years old. And it's like, oh my god,
that is a shame.
I was like my old man just going. You know?
Oh yeah. You start to correlate to people.
So
you know,
yeah,
yeah.
and I mean that's kind of what happens when you get older, right?
No,
People
yeah, you're
start
right.
passing
No,
away.
I read that today, and I was like, because I read the other stuff about
Yeah.
him, and I was like, oh man, he died at 60.
Yeah.
This dude was like he probably had a lot of more. He had another Night of the Scarecrow in him.
He
Yeah.
definitely did. He definitely had a fully fledged like new Blu-ray release.
You definitely would have
in
had
him.
some more to say about Puppet Master. You'd be like, put me
Yeah.
back behind the director's chair. I could solve this problem.
Dude, again, like he just said, like I would have loved to met Jeff and just talk to him and just see what that's like being the guy. He's basically the guy who's like he's the sequel guy.
Yeah.
Straight
yeah.
up. You know, how many different franchises did he come into?
There were
you know
dudes
what I
who
mean?
did that for a career
Yeah.
at that time, who
Yeah.
were like underdog dudes who were like, yeah, you need somebody to do, I don't know, Hellraiser 8?
Yeah,
I can
Here
do
I
that.
go. Yeah,
right.
it's just bonkers to me because he does a chainsaw, he does 2 Puppet Masters. Well, technically they were shot back to back, and he does the Stepfather.
Stepfather
and
2's
Pumpkinhead.
good.
Yeah,
like
it's good.
legitimately, I think
Yeah.
Stepfather's good.
Totally different movie than the first one, but it's still
Yeah.
good.
Check out our review on
Yeah.
that one.
So, with that being said, there's not a whole lot about this movie
Like
to
trivia.
even chew on. And Ben just told me before we started that he's one of the guys listed on Wikipedia.
I did it, Ma. I made it to a hive of misinformation.
That's talking about this movie, right?
Wow.
So I thought that was really interesting. Now, I mentioned the Blu-ray thing, but like Olive Films had put this film out on Blu-ray, but Olive Films has since gone out of business, and that DVD Blu-ray is long out of print.
Yeah, 2013, I think that dropped.
Yeah, the fucking Blu-ray now is like $90 on eBay, and it's one of those things where it's like if you really want it, okay. But on there, I'm pretty sure there was commentaries and stuff like. So there's probably more enlightening things on there, but I couldn't get my hands on the disc.
Sure.
You know, so I wish I had a little bit more to talk about in that arena. But I pulled some stuff that I could grab. So like the script for this was written in 1990.
Wow. Okay, that's that for a little while.
And it sat on a shelf because the company that was going to produce it went out of business.
Mm-hmm.
And then Republic Pictures just kind of like scooped it up
Okay.
and kind of had it. And Kevin Yeager was originally attached to direct.
Oh shit. Okay.
And he's like one of my favorite special
Yeah.
effects artists.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So he would have been really cool to direct this, I
Yeah.
think.
I mean,
too.
the effects are pretty fucking good in this, but imagine having Kevin Yeager involved. Woo.
we'll get to the
Sure,
effects.
sure. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
It would
but
add,
yeah,
it
it
would make
would
it
have
even
been
better.
like, it would have like blew me away.
Oh.
So Republic Pictures gets this and they make it and they end up hiring Jeff to do it and do the rewrite on the script and stuff. And originally, like, the Scarecrow was more like a Freddy.
Okay. There was a little bit of that.
There's a little bit of that,
Okay.
but there was like way more that he cut out of
Yeah.
it. You know, he's not like cracking wise the whole time.
No, he cracks wise a little.
like a tiny bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit of juice.
No power glove involved.
No, Jesus Christ, no.
Oh, it's a Scarecrow.
It's a seed.
Damn it.
Dude, he's.
We'll
get to
get
it.
there.
Sexual metaphor.
No carrot this time.
That's Jack Frost only.
They're related, I think. We can talk
they're
about
probably.
It's just us fruitcakes now.
Happy Halloween, nutcake.
it. Let's just connect. It's the MDU, guys. Movie
Yeah.
Dubs Universe. Every movie's connected.
I would love a Freddy and Hollow Gate guy team up movie.
Holy shit! No, it would just be Quips the movie.
Did I tell you guys about my favorite mashup that my friend came up with? It's Jaws versus the Amityville Horror.
No, oh my
where
god!
the evil house moves itself physically to Amity, and get it, Amityville.
Oh, I get it. I get it.
Okay, and then people start walking to it because it's like a house by the shore and getting killed, and the shark notices. And it's kind of like the Freddy thing. He's like, but the sharks can't speak, so it would be
Mine,
yes, exactly. And you'd have instead of the scene where Freddy jumps out of the water,
Yeah.
you'd have a scene where the house comes out of the water as Jaws is there. Come on, there's a lot of opportunity there.
Oh, I think picturing Orca dropping fucking that building into the ocean, but it's now the opposite is happening.
Or the alternative plot would be that the shark moves into that like lake that's by where the Amityville house is.
I'm pretty sure that's the plot of Amityville Shark Attack or whatever the fuck it is.
I was gonna say, is he actually Jody the Jaws?
Oh, maybe
in the window.
But weird connection here. This guy is like a journeyman kind of director who did a bunch of sequels. One of my favorite Amityvilles is It's About Time, which features the evil clock that Gil DeRay used to own.
Yeah.
And that's directed by the dude who did Hellraiser 2.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the fuck's his name?
It's escaping me right now, but I was just like, oh wow, okay, that's why this is like a decent Amityville sequel.
Anyway. Dude, I'm kind of partial to 3.
I'm partial to 3. Yeah. I think 2 is like, wow.
2 is really
upsetting.
Good. Yeah.
Oh, the Burt Ward one?
The incest one.
Did I?
Is it Burt Ward?
It's got both.
Rocky. Isn't that Burt Ward, or am I mixing that
Burt
up?
Ward is fucking...
Is that Robin?
Robin.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Burt Young, Burt something.
Burt
Sorry,
Young.
my bad. Paulie from Rocky. The dad in Amityville 2.
Holy ghost, Batman!
Leap and Lumbagos. My kids are fucking.
Can't believe I can't remember this guy's real name. God damn it.
Oh, man. I bought a copy of Amityville 3D once, and I was so excited to pop it in, and I popped it in because I got it for like $1 or some shit. And it was all taped over with the Bernie Mac show.
Oh, my God. Okay, so one of my biggest tragedies is I bought Mortuary Academy, which is like a boner comedy. But it's actually not a boner comedy because it's got Mary Warrenov and... Paul Bartel.
Yeah.
And it's genuinely very funny at times, but it had all been, it starts at the beginning. They had like the distribution label, and I was like, I'm so excited. And then it was all college gymnastics. And I was like, someone's dad was yanking it to this.
Fuck.
I'm never going to get Mortuary Academy.
But at least you got all those gymnastic videos.
Yeah, thank God.
Now you can yank to it.
And isn't that a gift?
So yeah, I mentioned it before too, but like this movie sold like shit in the video market, which is again crazy to me because it's like it's a good film, like especially for direct to video. I think it was a cut above the rest, especially at the time. So I guess like I don't know, did they get burned with something else? You think?
I think my challenge with this movie specifically, is that I had I first had the endorsement of somebody I know has good taste.
Sure.
To get it. Because the cover of this kind of looks like shit.
It does look like shit. And actually, you're right. Because that's the first thing I noticed. I was like, this movie? Isn't this that other movie?
Yeah. This looks like those really bad Scarecrow movies.
What the fuck are they called? Field of Screams?
Field of Screams.
Or whatever the fuck it is.
And there's a sequel to that movie.
Yeah.
There's not a fucking sequel to this movie.
No.
Why is there a sequel to this movie?
I think there's like 4 of those fucking movies.
But the thing is, the cover looks terrible. It looks like towards the end of the 90s, this is all that was at Blockbuster.
Yeah.
They were like, we got like Child's Play 2 and like 18 of movies that have a cover like this, and all of them are bad.
And all of them are bad. But like even there's alternate artwork on the screener copy, like the promo copy.
Yeah.
And that sucks too.
It's similar to this.
I think it's very similar.
And let me see this one. Yeah, in the
other one, it's like leaning forward.
Yeah, it's the same deal though, where you're like, this couldn't possibly be. That was the other thing about like the movies at this time in that art.
Yeah.
Is you were like, this couldn't possibly be what I'm gonna get, and oftentimes it wasn't what you got. But I think this is kind of what you get.
Yeah. I think it's kind of what you get. I mean, that's what he looks like in the movie. Yeah. Well, I even think of like the Pumpkinhead 2 one.
I didn't want to bring that up.
It's a really cool cover though.
Oh, I was gonna make the joke. I wonder if Jeff Burr he signed off on both of them because he had to have shot them or they were released back to back. If not,
no. This is 95. Pumpkinhead 2 is 93.
Probably not what Jeff Burr's not fucking signing off on the cover. I would imagine, but
I
that thought entered my head.
I don't think he's doing the marketing.
Oh yeah, this kind of looks like Pumpkinhead 2. I like it.
Yeah.
I didn't know what your impression of it was, but for me, Pumpkinhead 2 is a guilty pleasure. I think it is shameful compared to the first one. Let me be clear.
I think that's what my biggest problem with it is. Like, it's such a far cry from what the first movie is. But it's fine if you want to just pop it on and watch it. I mean, you can't beat the fucking backbreaker, dude. He backbreaks fucking R.A. Milahoff and when he's fucking boning Linnea Quigley.
Yeah. I mean, we've put that clip in like how many fucking episodes to be fair, but I mean,
the first movie is like
a masterpiece,
incredible, and the in the second one, Pumpkinhead looks like shit.
Yeah.
And in the first one, that fucking suit is unreal.
That's what happens when Stan Winston makes the creature.
Yeah. I mean, fans of the show, many probably know this. Joe knows this. You would not. But I have a problem with sequels. I always love the idea of sequels, but the second they start changing the character, they lose me.
What about Gremlins 2?
That might be one of the exceptions. Gremlins 2 is a
Critters
classic.
2?
Critters 2, great. Home Alone 2, classic.
Problem Child 2?
Classic. God, you're
Child's
naming all
Play
the
2?
good ones, damn it.
Ghoulies too.
Addams
Actually, I
Family?
like Ghoulies 2 or Ghoulies 1 or Ghoulies 3 or Ghoulies
Wow.
4.
You're allowed on this podcast.
I helped invent it. But my point, where the fuck was I even going with that? You just threw me
Sequels.
off.
You were talking about bad
sequels.
being bad. You like the idea of a sequel.
I always like the idea of, like, especially with horror movies, slasher movies, where it's like, oh, they introduced this character. Like Michael Myers is one I always go
Sure.
back to. It's like, he's fucking incredible. Halloween 1's still one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
I don't like the rest of the franchise because I feel like they just changed the character too much. Now, Pumpkinhead 2, you could argue, Pumpkinhead's still Pumpkinhead.
Still a
but
spirit of vengeance, yeah.
something about that movie, if it didn't have Andrew Robinson in it, I don't think
well, you've
it
got
would
this
be
strong.
saved
You've
at all.
got it's strongly anchored by Lance Henriksen, and
Yeah, first one,
and
big time.
he is the main character, and that's why that movie works. But I'm sorry, I brought us off topic, which is that this guy who directed this made a lot of sequels, but made a very solid standalone.
Yeah,
Correct,
Agreed.
right.
Agreed. Well, even the Puppet Master movies, 4 and 5, they kind of live in their own bubble.
I gotta watch the Puppet Master movies.
You never
I
saw
am
them?
Unfamiliar
Oh
with
my
the
god!
majority of them.
I feel so terrible because like I wanted to do Puppet Master this year and we just could not get to it. If Nat Bremer is watching this episode, I'm sorry, dude. We're gonna do the Puppet Master episode, but unfortunately we didn't get to do it this year. We're gonna go into a big deep dive of everything. But 4 and 5 kind of live in their own space within those.
Is that one of the ones where like the guy looks like a skeleton warrior? There's like an evil dude who looks like a skeleton warrior.
Yes,
in it?
yeah,
Okay.
the totem.
He looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
And the 4 and 5 have a style that none of the other movies
Okay.
up until that point have, which is, in my opinion, I think they're good. And that's where the buck stops at 4 and 5, right?
Okay.
Like, that's it for Puppet Master,
Sure.
and everything after that's kind of like,
Oh, you didn't like
Whatever.
the one where it was like the most recent one?
no.
You didn't like how the edgelord puppet master?
Oh my god, Edgelord Puppet Master was the fucking worst Puppet Master. And like Udo Kier looks like fucking Sinjanor at the end of that movie. I don't know what the fuck's going
is
on.
going on
I
in
don't
that
know.
movie?
I don't know, man. Poor, like Barbara Crampton's in it, and I
Yeah.
was excited. I was like, "Holy shit!"
She's
we're
like
gonna,
a tour guide.
or like a security guard or some
Sure.
shit. Not for me. Put it that way.
We found one finally.
Yeah. And that's pretty much it. The last thing I want to mention is the effects. They're fucking so good, and I didn't recognize any names except for Bart Mixon. Who did the effects on this, and he's done a ton of shit. I mean everything from like Fright Night 2 to Night of the Scarecrow.
Oh, okay.
He's done a bunch of stuff. And Barnyard Slut does the soundtrack. That's it.
Barnyard Slut?
That's the name of the band who does like all the original
Oh yeah,
music.
Rob Zombie's cousin. Got it.
I was gonna say, did they create the band for the movie? They're like, just they hired them based on the name.
They don't have a Night of the Scarecrow song, which I'm kind of like
That is a mixed
upset about.
opportunity.
Yeah, you know.
Even
Although
Haunted Ween had its own thing.
I know.
That feels like Night of the Scarecrow would be like, we're not White Zombie, but we
Yeah,
could be.
But we could be.
And this is Night of the Scarecrow.
Honestly, I was expecting Lubden to walk in and start singing with the way some of this music was going towards the end and start singing about what was that, Back in the Hood or In the Hood?
In the Hood.
What
yeah.
kind of what can we sample that's not Faster Pussycat Kill Kill?
Yeah, yeah.
right.
So yeah, as the guest, we always like to have the guest plot crunch this. Can you do a plot crunch, like a small plot crunch?
Wow. Okay. So
Yeah.
the plot of this fine film is that what is this? This is the hometown of Hanford, which has always been a successful, flourishing town,
Which is real place.
a real place. And our main characters are Claire, right? Who is the mayor's daughter, and she's come back to town. And through a series of events, we find out that essentially the town's success has been based upon a devil's bargain they made with a warlock that they imprisoned, who is released by John Hawkes. And then his release results in chaos and him attempting revenge on the people who the descendants of the people who originally made the pact to make the town fruitful.
Yeah.
That was one of the best plot crunches on the show, I think, that has ever been done. So
I did it.
congratulations.
Yeah, you nailed it.
Yeah, I'm the kind of guy who's into Wikipedia.
Yeah, yeah.
Content.
I mean, he's the Wikipedia guy, man.
reviews on
Okay.
Night of the Scarecrow.
I know how to synopsisize things.
I know.
Hungry Root.
Meanwhile, every episode, I'm like giving the whole fucking movie away.
Sean sometimes is like,
Well-
and then.
I'm like, wow, that is a plot crunch, really.
It took me a second because I know you guys are going to do point
Oh,
by point.
well, not totally point by point, but yes.
But there's a lot going on.
There's a ton going on.
Holy moly. And that's one of the things that I like about this movie a lot is that there is a really well thought out plot here. Like this is like a horror paperback kind of plot where you're like, as things unravel, you go, okay, that's clever.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. 100%. And that's another reason why I felt like, I mean, maybe this is like for the final thought thing, but that's another reason why I'm like, how the fuck do more people know about this? That's why you watch Movie Dumpster and you listen to Benny and you read his articles from Rue Morgue.
Yeah.
For cool shit like this.
Yeah, exactly.
This ain't your dad's, Fangoria. I love you guys, Fangoria. I love you guys too, okay?
It's okay. I don't think they watch the show.
All right, good.
Just all those Tales from the Dark Side fucking synopsises.
Oh,
Talks from the Dark Side. They ruined all the
time,
fucking things.
Each time we do Talks from the Dark Side, Chris reads from the Fangoria episode guide. So it's kind of a fun thing we do.
Oh,
that.
cool.
They spoil the shit out of every
Yeah.
episode.
God damn, I'd be upset.
So we're jumping right into Night of the Scarecrow. So the film opens with the titular Scarecrow and like a crow landing on it and eating like a piece of straw from it and then just fucking dying.
Yeah.
Right.
And that kind of sets the whole tone for the movie.
Something's off. I mean, later, like Benny just kind of said, might have to do with a curse, but initially, like, all right, something's off, like you just said.
And I have crow dies, period, evil, exclamation point.
Evil! And, even though this isn't technically a Halloween movie, I think it fits right into the holiday season.
All they needed to do is stick up some beastles
just a
around.
little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little. So we get introduced to our main character, Claire, who, like Benny said, is on her way back to her hometown of Hanford for reasons we don't really know, but she doesn't have a great relationship with her dad, which could be, part of
He's
it.
an evil yuppie asshole.
He is a scumbag, yuppie, political piece of shit asshole.
Mr. Goodman.
Yeah.
Mr. Goodbar.
Mr. Goodbar. Looking for Mr. Goodbar. But Hanford is a special place for special people, as we find out. And there is a big groundbreaking ceremony for the mall that they're going to put there.
So I have a question. If those of you who are young may not be familiar, that like a mall wasn't always a place that had an H&M in it.
Correct.
It's like a town hall, essentially.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's a mall that they're like putting a fucking Sbarro in.
No.
I think it's like the type of mall where like you got your like a DMV in there and stuff like that.
It looks like one of those
like
buildings.
a town center kind of thing. People
yeah.
used to call that a town mall, which is bizarre to me because I'm young and hip. Fellow kids.
Yeah.
Fellow kids.
I mean, later they talk about this land grab that's important to the plot, that maybe they're building what we pictured to be an actual mall. But yeah, you're right. What this is like a town center.
Well, this is definitely part of it. This is like one of the big facets to this big land deal that Goodman's making.
Sure.
The mayor.
I'm just saying, I could see a Macy's going out in the cornfield. It's possible.
Man, can you imagine like they would have had to bulldoze that area anyway? So then like the Scarecrow comes out, it's like a TCBY yogurt.
Oh my god,
All right,
dude.
regardless.
He has to kill a dude at like an FAO Schwartz.
It's like a fucking Ivan Ooze in Power Rangers at
That's
the
right.
construction site.
Oh, yeah.
So Claire's coming up, and Dad is giving this big speech at this groundbreaking ceremony, and she runs into this guy Dylan, handsome boy man Dylan, and he's fighting with fucking what's his face,
John Hawkes.
John Hawkes.
I will only call him John Hawkes. I don't care what his real name is. He's John Hawkes, or he's the brother from Eastbound and Down.
He's the guy who gets shot to shit and lit on fire in From Dusk Till Dawn.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was the trivia Joe dropped on me.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, you recognize that guy? I was like, no fucking clue. He tells me that. I'm like, it is that guy.
And he has the same goddamn accent in every movie that he does.
Yeah, he's getting fired by this guy Dylan, and he's like telling him off, and Dylan and Claire kind of they meet eyes.
Yeah.
They both look like people, like other actors.
Yeah.
Like she looks like she's very cute, and she looks like multiple different actors.
She looks like the chick who plays Meredith Grey from Grey's Anatomy, and what's her face from Chasing Amy, Joey.
Pants
Leon.
Fuck. Is her name Joey?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
And I've realized ignorance to scarecrows is bliss. And he looks like a fucking Aldi brand Bobby Cannavale.
Yeah.
I was like, what is this about him? He's got like his little Superman hair.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Of the time.
Hey man, he's just a good guy. He's a hardworking, handsome, blue collar worker.
Loves those bowling shirts.
He does indeed.
His whole fucking wardrobe.
So they're talking. She's like, "Hi, I'm Claire," and she's like, "I'm Dylan." Oh man, this fucking guy talking. He's a real fucking asshole, political piece of shit. And after all of this, and he's explaining what kind of guy he is and how they're keeping the people down and they're not for the people, they're for themselves. As soon as he's done making the speech, he comes over, he's like, "Claire, is that you, Claire?" He's like, "That's my dad." And
But
he's
she
like,
likes that.
"Fuck."
She's like, she's
dude.
got a rebellious streak.
Oh, dude.
He's like, Hachi Machi. He hates my dad too.
Dude, she's getting wet just from him being like, "Your dad's a
She
piece of
is.
shit." Yeah.
She's a conniving person because she has a couple of things here. She's like, Dylan, you got to get the hell out of here because you work for my dad now. It's awkward. Then she tells her dad, I invited him to dinner.
Oh my god, dude.
Right.
He's like but like you get inklings here of like what they were fighting about, like why she left. He's like, he's like, I know what you're capable of with men. Why are you hanging out with him? You're already starting your harlot ways coming back to town.
I know. He was like, my daughter was 16 and she was horny, and I cannot deal with that. So I had to do a land deal.
My brother's a priest. It didn't look good.
And he's like, well, guess what? I just invited him to dinner tonight, Dad.
And then they do like a reverse Lost Boys where she chases him onto a carousel.
Yes. Which is a weird fucking scene, man.
It's a weird meet cute where she's like forcing the meet cute. She's like, no, I was fucking with you.
Yeah.
There's a chance, by the way.
Do you get it? By the way, my dad wants you to come to dinner.
That's the switch. Yeah, she's just like fucking with everybody. He's like, whoa, yeah. It's just for work, right?
Yeah. So they end up making plans. But then we cut to fucking
John
Hawks. Danny.
I'm not calling him that.
Yeah. Okay, we're just gonna call him John Hawks.
Yeah.
John Hawks is getting pissed with his fucking friend down at the farm.
Yeah.
And they decide to jump on like a tractor.
Bulldozer joyride.
Dude, they just fucking crank it and just go through the fucking corn.
It should be like the scene in Austin Powers where it's going like 1 mile an hour.
Yeah.
Like, stop!
Now we got that in Hollowgate, actually.
You do.
And I talked about it.
So they're doing this fucking drunken joyride, and they like scrape over like this stone or this metal. Like, what the fuck? And they jump off, and they have cracked this stone in the ground.
The ghost branded tomb.
The
It looks like the ghost logo.
Yeah, it does.
The pisser is they look to the left, and they also hit the fucking giant stone dick that was holding Rawhead down.
Oh, no.
He's right down the lane, dude.
Yeah, man.
That the other farmer's pulling that shit out of the ground.
All the way in Ireland, right over there.
I love
MDU.
Rawhead Rex, by the way.
So do I. One of
First
my faves.
episode.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever read the book?
Yep.
The book is so funny.
It's really good.
No, like it's incredible. The book is incredible, but I reread it and all the scenes from Rawhead Rex's perspective are like, oh, I didn't realize gasoline hurts so much. He's like the ultimate bro. Yeah. Like that's all he does. But he's also like ruthless. He's like a Frazetta villain and also a bro where he's like, I'm eating this kid's guts. I got real burned by fire today. And then everyone else is just like this unholy being. He's like, I'm going to do what I like doing, which is I turn you upside down and I eat your head.
Yeah.
And then at the very end, instead of in the movie, because the movie, obviously Barker hates the movie.
Well,
they did change it. They savaged his boy.
He was okay.
They murdered my boy.
I had him sign the poster and he seemed okay with it.
Okay, but
they murdered his dick and balls technically.
At the ending of the book, like at the end of the movie, they kind of are like, all right, we got to wrap this up in like a meaningful way so the wife has the fertility thing and makes sense, and she wards off Rawhead Rex. In the book, he's like, the husband finds it. He holds up, and Rawhead Rex is like, he's literally something like, I don't remember why I don't like this, but I don't like this thing. And then the townspeople rip him apart. That's the end of the movie. He's like, what is this thing? I hate this.
I really appreciate that though, of like the perspective.
Me
of
too.
The book is cool. Have you read the comic too?
No.
The comic's cool.
See, I was gonna say,
and he looks completely like he looks more like he's described in
I
like
never
a big
read
weenie.
the book.
Like
That's
big,
the thing.
yeah.
He's the big
The
Joe
half-
has the comic.
the
he showed
half
me.
moon pee head.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry. I took us because yes, they're doing a joyride. They hit the tomb. They crack it open.
No, it's all good.
I'm the one that brought it up.
But there's also the Scarecrow is there too.
Yeah.
So they break the fucking thing open. They fuck up the tractor. And they're like, fucking Dylan will get it tomorrow. And
they pull a fucking Nightmare 4. Fucking pissing on this statue.
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you something.
No dog this time.
Why does everybody got to piss on the thing? You're pissing on Leprechaun's corpse. You're pissing on Lionel's mother's grave. You're pissing on the Scarecrow.
Because in these movies, none of these people are like, there's no chance this thing is vengeful.
Sure. Even Uncle Sammy pisses in that coffin. So, like, they don't know. They're in a movie.
Dumb. But Rawhead Rex pisses on that guy. He knows
he
what he's
pisses on
doing.
it. Well, he's good. He wants to baptize you, Benny.
That's right.
He is gone. Yeah.
Get upstairs, fuckface.
But like when they tell the story later, it's more like, oh, like the seal was broken, so like I don't know why he had to piss on it. Like, did that actually do anything?
No, but the Scarecrow Warlock was
insulting.
like Warlock was like, oh, you motherfucker, and like the wind kicks up and the fucking corn starts like beating him.
I was saying this dude has some real, and it's an obvious one. He has some really Freddy versus Jason corn rave energy.
Oh yeah, big
of
time.
like shut up, Jethro. Why don't you find a pig to fuck?
Yeah,
and you're like, this guy's a mark. He's screwed.
Good night. So Dylan shows up for dinner at the house, and we literally get introduced to every one of the main characters, which I thought this was kind of a cool way to do it.
It is.
I don't remember the last time I saw something do something like this.
I mean, it works really well because they're all a family, so it doesn't feel out of place at all that they're just over there for Sunday dinner or what have you.
It's like, this is Uncle George, and this is Uncle Frank, and this is Uncle Thaddeus,
All
who's
from
Crispin
Dylan.
Glover's dad, by the way.
And they're all, it's like a bar joke. It's like,
Yeah.
One's a priest, one's a farmer, one's a mayor.
So
Right.
a farmer and a mayor and a priest walk into a bar.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I like how it's all shot from Dylan's perspective, him like
Yeah.
kind of meeting people, shaking their hands. It's just kind of a cool visual.
It is cool.
And you get the different characters. Like they do, they're economical with their storytelling because you find out that like the farmer dude's like, oh, let's get you a drink. So he's like kind of a laid back, like blue collar guy. The religious dude's like a fucking tight ass. Shocker.
I'll see you on Sunday.
Yeah, Uncle Frank is the cop, and he's who's he played by?
Stephen Root.
Yeah,
My stapler.
yeah, Melvin.
God, he is an underrated actor,
He
man.
is.
I love seeing him and stuff. I was
He's
like,
been-
holy
he's
shit,
incredible
Stephen
in
Root.
Barry.
Yes.
He's done so much shit.
He's done
Like
so
he's also
much.
like a prolific voice actor as well.
Yep.
But like True Blood, I think was the last thing I saw him in lately.
That was a long time ago.
I know, but like Jules
Holy
was like
moly.
rewatching it. And I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh my god, that's fucking that dude.
Season 1, yeah.
Yeah.
Uncle Thaddeus, I was like, he's like, this is my horny daughter because I tried to repress her. And I was
Check
like,
her out.
who is horny daughter? And I looked her up and she's Mouse's kind of friend from Night
Night of the Demons 2? Oh,
Is she stripping that too? Because holy
No.
shit, does she have huge tits?
No,
She does. She has sex with her boyfriend, remember?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that the redhead?
That's the redhead.
I mean, I
No,
don't...
no. So there, she does have red hair, but it's like 90s red hair. So there's Christine Taylor. She's the mean one. There's the new girl whose boobs become hands.
Yeah.
And then
Right.
there's the
one in the
girl
car.
who's sympathetic to Mouse.
yeah.
Who ends up like being like, oh, we shouldn't make fun of her and stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's her.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Yeah.
Not to instantly jump to her giant titties, but I was like, holy shit.
She does have some powerful warlocks.
Would you look at those hooters?
And I'm not talking about the Scarecrow.
Yeah. But they do kind of linger on her for a second that she's like instantly like, oh, who's this guy?
She's horny. She's also ordering the not Victoria's Secret magazine.
Yeah. We'll get to that shit.
Yeah.
I love though when he comes up to the mayor, because he works for him. Plus, like the mayor now sees, okay, well you're here with my daughter.
Yeah,
I'm not thrilled about this. He's like, hey boss, it's uncomfortable.
He's like a good everyman character.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, no, 100%. There's one little bit here that I want to mention. They're at dinner, and they're like, "Oh," he's like, "You want? Oh, pass the corn." He's like, "Wow." Dylan's like, "Wow, this corn looks so fresh." And she's like, "Yep, my Uncle George's farm always has the best corn,
I wrote
and
this.
no matter what, if there's a frost or a famine or a drought, he's always got the best corn."
But this is the last year.
Yeah.
Because we're selling off the land.
Yeah, this is the last year we're selling off the land, and like Mayor Dad is like, "We're not talking about that. Stop talking about it." So that's just a little inkling.
But that's good. They
little
sprinkle
seed.
in a little
Yeah.
bit of information
Yeah.
that is useful later.
100%. Then there's this scene where we basically get the resurrection scene of the warlock, but like the moon is moving like super fast.
I like the really corny moon.
Yeah, and it's like moving over it, so it like lines up with the tomb, I guess,
Yeah.
if you will.
At this point, yes, it's a corny effect. And at this point, you're still not sure what this movie is going to be necessarily. So when you see the moon, you might be like, oh, fuck.
what are we in
But
for?
then, cartoon electricity.
Right.
It's awesome. It's all fucking roto optics, and this orange electricity comes out and shocks the shit out of the Scarecrow, and then brings the hay on the ground to life, and it all like sucks into the Scarecrow and like puffs up.
Yes.
And the warlock.
If I did like a reverse shot
Dude.
where they pulled it all out.
Oh yeah, it looks so fucking good.
It looks great. And that's the first time I was like, oh.
Here we go.
Right, especially after
Here
that
we go.
moon shot, you're like,
Yeah.
all right, passage of
Yeah.
time. Right,
It
and
looks
they
so
followed up
good.
with this amazing scene, yeah, and then this thing's like jumping off the cross, off to do its duties.
So here we go. We're getting our revenge, Pumpkinhead style.
Jeff Burr knows.
Yeah, so now we're going after all of the family members that may or may not be related to this thing that happened a long ass time ago. So the Scarecrow goes after Uncle George first.
That's right.
And he's like watching wrestling or some shit, drinking a beer, and it pulls him out of the fucking
That's cool.
right out of a window, like right onto his back. I thought it was really cool.
It is. And
Yeah.
this is where you're like, okay, if you're a horror fan, you're
Yeah.
watching this, you're like, what kind of scarecrows are we dealing with here?
Yeah.
So there's a supernatural element. There's magic.
Yeah, so you don't actually see it yet.
No, yeah. It hasn't yanked him out.
Yeah.
And I like that that's not his instant death like so many
No.
other movies. It's like
Yeah.
a screen, so he's just kind of injured on the ground. Like, what the fuck?
He like goes and gets his gun from his pickup, and then he sees somebody go into the barn, and he's like, "Oh, I got you, fucker." So he goes into the barn, and all of a sudden, the fucking Scarecrow comes out.
Oh my god!
He beats the shit out of him.
He beats the shit out of him.
He takes a pitchfork and he stabs the guy's neck, not into his neck, but he pins him to the wall.
But he does like punch him a few times, right?
He
In
does.
the face.
No, he like kind of beats him up like a WWF wrestler.
And I don't mean to keep picking on Hollowgate, but this is relevant to Hollowgate. So I was complaining in that episode when the killer has the fucking farm equipment and he's unloading it all slow, and they just stand there like assholes. This works. This is the way to fucking do it. Pin them down, activate the equipment, and you're fucked. You're not going anywhere. You're struggling.
I think Jeff had a little bit more money than Hollowgate did.
Oh, I mean, you're 100% right. Again, a movie is a movie. I can't help it.
I mean, they let him use that convenience store that has great hoagies.
Yeah, well, that's true, yeah.
The meatball subs.
The submarine sandwiches.
You won't believe these submarine sandwiches. What the fuck does this have to do with the movie?
I don't know.
But it's the best meatball fucking sandwich you'll ever have.
But just my point, this is fucking amazing. This is the way to do it.
Yeah.
You still don't really see it. It's that first kill. A lot of horror movies do this. You get a little bit just so you can kind of get satiated, but I got more than I was expecting.
They throw a lot of cherry fucking filling at the wall.
You see his back.
So he's like stuck to the wall, and this thruster machine is just like coming after him, and it just starts ripping up his back like crazy. Then Claire shows up because she wants to go see Uncle George or something, and she walks in, and then you see the whole fucking mess all over the place of this guy.
That's right.
That part's brutal.
Yeah. So we get a brief scene, just because this is pertinent, and like Benny said before, there's a lot of shit in this, and I'd be remiss to mention it, but like she's talking to her dad and her Uncle Frank and her Uncle Thaddeus, and she's like, I saw something else. It was crazy. Like, yeah, he died on the thresher machine, and that's awful, but like I saw the Scarecrow guy walk into the woods or walk into the cornfield.
They're like, shut the fuck
They're like, we
up.
don't talk about that, all right?
The sheriff,
you didn't see shit.
The Thaddeus looks like he's gonna shit himself, but the sheriff's like, what could that mean? And the mayor's like, daughter, you need to leave.
Yeah, the sheriff's like, what warlock?
hard cut to Thaddeus, and he's like, oh fuck, it's broken open, it's out of the ground. Trantor's come back.
He goes there instantly. He knows what's up,
Yeah.
and then right after that, I think is when he goes home and finds his daughter's magazine, and he's like,
Oh my
yelling,
God.
Yes.
"What is this shit? This fucking this catalog of
He's
lingerie."
like, oh, you're growing as a woman, and I hate it.
I love this too, because he's like, we're gonna have to have a talk about this later. Now go to bed. Cut to him like in the fucking
Moody magazine day.
That was so funny.
He's in the church and he's looking at this fucking Victoria's Secret mag, and he's like, oh yeah, like so much that he's like, he's gonna take out his fucking huffer and like take a hit for his ass.
You're right.
By the way, it's called the Our Secrets lingerie catalog. And I wrote, the prop department really cut their teeth on this one, because you can see where it's been like glued in.
Oh,
and
dude,
it's like 2 for 1. I'm like, Victoria's Secret's very expensive lingerie at the
Nobody's
time.
doing
right?
2 for 1.
But I love how he's like, he first, like you said, he's like almost like blowing a load in his pants,
Dude,
looking at it.
He is sweating and like, but
Then he hears like a woman's voice somewhere in the
Yes.
church, like having sex, and he's like, and he gets up and he kind of like catches up and he rolls it up like it's gonna hit someone with
it's like beckoning him to like.
Yeah.
And that relates later on to what we find out about the warlock.
Yeah,
like, this is
100%.
relevant too.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're
100%.
right. It's like, Thaddeus, come get me, all sexually.
Yeah. But it's not Thaddeus.
No.
Or it's not a sexy lady. It's
It's something, because I love this overhead shot that you get as it's kind of panning towards over the pews, and he kind of walks in, and he's like yelling, he's like, hello? Who is this? He's like, this is the house of God. This isn't the place for fornication.
Oh, dude, it's so good. And then the fucking Scarecrow is on the crucifix.
Oh, good.
It's so cool.
Well, we do get that jump scare with a pig, I think fucking...
Oh, the pig, right.
Nightmare on Elm Street. That's Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh,
right?
or
The sheep.
Evil Speed,
I was
dude.
the Evil Speed
Evil
with Clint
Speed,
Howard.
sure.
Yeah.
Where's the Claymore?
Yeah.
But you're right, yeah. Then he's on the cross, and then they don't do this the whole movie, and that's one of my dings against it. This thing teleports when it's convenient. Other
Sure.
times it has to go downstairs.
Well, sometimes he's got like special predator abilities to go through straw.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
But he's made of straw.
But he also has to like run a lot.
Yeah,
That's
I don't know.
true.
It was a little inconsistent. The straw, that makes more sense that he can morph through
He's
it.
magic.
I mean, he's
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
magic.
A
right?
wizard did it.
Yeah.
Well, he teleports off this
A warlock Scarecrow.
Every time
Yeah.
you see something that you think is an inconsistency, a wizard did it.
Done.
I mean, yeah. Because he basically teleports right off this cross. He's in front of Thaddeus,
Sure.
stalking him, classic Jason kind of thing.
And this is probably one of the coolest parts of the movie, because he reaches up and like pulls the string out of the sack on the mouth, and he's
That's
like, where's my book?
Yes.
Not his cake this time.
Not his cake.
No.
No.
And then he does it. You get to see it.
Oh, yeah.
He sews it. He sews his own little sutured mouth space.
He knocks
Thaddeus, yeah.
He knocks down Thaddeus and fucking sews his mouth shut, and they don't cut away. It like goes through the lips. It looks so good.
Really good.
And after this scene, I was like, okay, all right, like we're dealing like there's some real great effects here.
Hell yeah.
Let's keep this going.
Yeah, and we do.
I mean, it's a good fake out. I don't mean to instantly spoil it, but Thaddeus, when he went out this window, I was like, well, that's a cardinal sin. He just committed suicide.
Oh, that's when he just jumps out of the fucking window.
He might be coming back.
I didn't realize defenestration's a sin.
That was, you know what? That's why they can't figure out how to defeat Rawhead, because he broke that fucking window. Yeah. He's got to put all the fucking pictures together.
Instead, while we wait for Thaddeus to decide if he fell out a 10-story window or a 1-story window, he's presumed dead. We don't know. The thing stops chasing him.
We get a lot of like, there's a bunch of scenes in the bar with like Claire and Dylan, but they're like falling in love ? Or just looking to fuck. And
well, they do have that interaction with they don't ever say this, but I'm thinking it was her ex-boyfriend, that drunk asshole John Hawkes. Is that what
John Hawkes is like 100 pounds wet, and he's like, I'm gonna fucking fuck you up, Bobby Cannavale. Look at Bobby Cannavale. He's gonna take you apart.
He's gonna destroy
John
you.
Hawkes is like, because I guess he's supposed to be like a Nepo kid, essentially.
Yeah,
right.
So he has that confidence. So he's like,
you're not going to touch me because my dad owns this thing, or whatever.
And I'm like, this guy's going to rip you apart.
He's going to fuck you up.
Look at him.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it is as simple as that. I read it as maybe this was her ex. He's an asshole. Maybe he's part of the reason why he left. It wasn't just the family, but I probably am reading too much into it.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Something to think about, but yeah, you're right, Joe. There's a lot of them.
I mean, he's getting all sorts of out of his league ass, including the chick from Night of the Demons too.
Also true, because he's about to be fucking eating her on the fucking bed.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's got a mouthful of it, and you're like, oh no, she's having a dream. Nope. Johnny Hawks is in her.
She's having a nightmare in that room that looks like it's in the McAllister's house with that fucking 90s ass bed frame and shit.
And this is when the titties pop out, these massive bazongas.
The warlocks.
Oh, they're rocking around, dude. It's Snoopy Town.
Norm had a boner. He was under the ground. He popped up. He saw him. What? Something shot out. He went back underground.
That was when they're in the van.
He's also magical. He can come through the van too.
So she's like, let's go somewhere romantic. And they go to like the fucking van, van parked outside.
I jumped the gun, you're right.
I go, AKA, his shitty van in the middle of the field where he can get his well beers and she can listen to Timu Portishead / the Cranberries.
Put on that fucking strobe light.
Yeah.
Man, this scene is great, but it's also weird because they're getting into it. Like you said, Go gets his beers and then she like puts on a strobe light and headphones.
What a time to stop.
And the Scarecrow.
Sorry, I need to get one of those Michelob lights out of the well. I can't finish.
I guess
need a
it's
tall,
supposed to be like
cool
a
one.
really small town, right? That's where the expansions come in play. There's one dive bar.
Sure.
You know,
I need a tall, cool one. You're the short, hot one. I'll be right back. I'm John Hawks.
Okay, Jeff Burr.
Meanwhile, her mother's still sitting at home knitting, like clueless what's happening.
Dude, so the Scarecrow knocks out John Hawks and then proceeds to open the van door and start like caressing this woman. And she's like, oh, thank God you're back, Johnny. And he's like, take my seat.
An old man.
And you're like, what?
Yeah.
I thought he was going to finger her.
Oh, dude, he finger bangs her mouth.
Yeah.
His fucking dick finger opens up.
That's right.
And the little seed comes out. Dude, it's all wet and shit.
Yeah,
Like corn
it's
kernel.
gross.
There's some fucking premature ejaculation on that bitch for the slipping
Some
and sliding.
creme.
Yeah. He fingers her mouth, and he finger fucks her mouth until he comes inside of her.
He's the voice they have him like vocodered over.
Yeah,
So
yeah. And he's going,
I was like, wow, okie
you're like,
dokie.
holy shit.
This is kind of a Freddy thing, you know, like
Yeah. So the Scarecrow leaves, and Hawks wakes up and goes to the van, and she's like half passed out. He's like, baby, what are you doing in there? Blah, 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 blah.
Man.
And she's like, oh, I don't feel good, Danny.
Oh, God, it's like the blob or Slither.
Dude,
Slither.
yeah, dude, she starts freaking out, and I read it as like a reverse Evil Dead.
Okay, I also have that. It's a riff on the trees from
Yeah.
Evil Dead.
But like reverse, because instead of going into Cheryl, these things there's vines that start bursting
awesome.
out of her. They're coming out of her arms, out
It's
of her
gory.
mouth. Oh, dude, it's great.
It's like a riff on the old wives' tale. Like if you eat a watermelon seed, it's gonna grow in your
Oh
stomach.
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Kind
Chucky
of in that
Finster knows
vein.
all about that.
Oh yeah.
That fucking episode traumatized.
I wouldn't eat watermelon seeds when I was a kid because of that.
Gotta get the seedless one.
So it like locks the door and you know, Hawks has got to open it and he jumps out. But it's such a cool thing that you don't think is going to happen because you're like, oh, he jumps out and he's safe or whatever, he's going to run away. He runs around the van, the back door flies open.
It's so good.
And she comes flying out of it, and the roots are dragging her across the ground, and then they suck her down into a fucking hole in the ground.
It's like J-horror shit. It
It's
feels like
awesome.
Junji Ito shit.
Yeah,
like,
man.
It's really fucked up.
It is so good, and like it's something I don't know about you, but I had never seen anything like that in a direct-to-video movie at that time.
No, and that's the thing. It's the whole movie. Like you're like, oh, when am I gonna get into the fireworks factory? There's a lot of fireworks throughout.
Sure, yeah.
To the point where, like, there are a million movies that looked like this, where it would just be like the Scarecrow would like slash a dude and kill him,
Oh,
and
my
then slash
throat
a
is
dude
slit.
and kill him,
Yeah.
and slash a dude and kill him, and then. Again, you had the first scene where you sewed the dude, and then you have this scene, and you're like, okay, we're doing different stuff here. This is ambitious.
Elaborate shit.
Right.
Like that was a lot to do.
Yeah.
And that's all, by the way, in the van, it's all happening to a strobe light. So it's really cool.
Yeah.
No, I was just gonna say, to your point, like today was the first time I ever watched the movie. I know you guys kind of come at it at least a year or further back, but it's like, yeah, all that kind of stuff as it's happening. That's what you want to see in a movie like this. You don't want those generic kills. Like there could be a couple, still a slasher movie, but you want to see interesting shit. That's why I brought up Jack Frost.
Oh,
Not the
100%.
best movie, but the kills are very interesting. The villain's different. It's not the same shit, different day kind of thing.
It's a mutant fucking snowman.
Yeah, that's why it
so-
works. Just like this, not
Yeah.
a mutant, but a warlock Scarecrow
Sure.
is different, and they could have easily shit the bed, but it's very interesting so far.
And thus far, we don't even know he's a warlock.
No,
That's true, yeah,
he's just a scarecrow at this point. We don't really know anything about him at all. Not until Thaddeus gives the plot dump in a few minutes.
Right.
Sepia-toned plot. dump.
Sepia-toned orgy. I'm looking forward to it. So John Hawkes walks away and he like sits down on a haystack. Worst effect of the movie.
This is the
Easy.
worst
It's the
effect.
worst
Oh,
effect.
yeah.
Like I
Lawnmower
could have done
Man
without
level.
this, right? The scarecrow like comes out of a haystack
It's like a T-1000
and like
Scarecrow.
morphs out of it, and he's like, "Hey there, get it?" And then kills John Hawkes off screen.
Right. Very Freddy
Yeah,
and very bad effect.
yeah. But his voice is really cool.
No, it is. Yeah.
It's awesome.
It's got that gargly. You said vocoder thing, but it's almost got like that creep show kind of
and
gargliness
he's got
to it.
gnar-ass fucking
Oh,
teeth.
dude, yeah.
You'll see more of them later on.
Also, I want to mention this before we get too far away from it, but like sometimes it's a guy in a mask, and
Yep.
other times it's a fucking animatronic head
Horrifying
that does
looking.
this crazy like movement and laugh,
and
and
screams.
it's creepy.
Yeah.
I didn't put that together. I was just like, it
Yeah.
looks cool, but that's
Yeah.
good to know.
Yeah.
Huh.
Especially, well, later I want to
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
about it because there's a really crazy part. Cut back to the mayor's house, and him and his brother Frank are there, and they're fighting about like, like, this can't be a man that killed these people. It's not a person. He's like, I got to tell you something, Frank. You know what? I'm the mayor. That's why you're the sheriff. Okay. And if we don't make this fucking land deal, we're all fucked. So you're gonna go out there, you're gonna find out who's killing these people, and you're gonna close this case. And he's like, okay.
And that's when he's like, where the hell's my daughter? She's probably sleeping around again.
Yeah.
Cut to her and the other guy in a fucking hotel room, just getting finished.
They like they're at the bar and they're just like, we're going to a fucking hotel and we're fucking slammed.
Oh god, there's a great line that they sit down after dancing.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, how long does it get to, to get to know someone like me? She's like, well, it depends on the guy. I'm kind of fucking it up, but
Well, then she kisses
she
him.
kisses him and she's like, all right, I know what I want to
Yeah,
do.
I'm good now.
Yeah,
It's
more or
interesting
less.
too because it's not like they don't make her look bad for wanting to fuck him.
No,
She's
not at
just
all.
kind of like, yeah, I'm horny, whatever.
Yeah, and it's nothing more.
If
than
that's
that.
my cardinal sin according to my father, who gives a shit?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it feels very natural.
The thing here is that I don't even know how the fuck he knew they were there.
Oh, yeah, that made no sense.
But they like get up and
There's one motel.
and well, I guess so. Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Did you see Claire? She's here. Thaddeus. Well, his mouth is sewn shut, so he's not talking to anybody. Thaddeus like bursts in the door, and they're like, "Oh my god, Thaddeus, what's wrong?" And his fucking mouth is sewn
It's
shut.
gross looking. It looks
It's
great.
gross.
They do try to frame it because it's a POV shot. They try to
Yeah.
trick you to think it's the monster
Yeah.
about to kill them. Like, they're the main characters. They're not dying yet.
So Claire is sitting in there, and she's cutting the twine that's
It's good.
got his mouth sewn shut, and she's pulling it out. It's really good, and those marks stay on him the whole time.
He
They look
sells
great.
it. He tries to drink the water.
Yeah.
He's like, wow, that really fucking hurts.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
They have to be like, all right, well, now that we've got all this shit out of your mouth, what happened? He's like,
It's
give
all
me a minute.
true. It's all true.
I got a lot to say.
He's like, we're all fucked. It's coming after all of us. And she's like, what's coming after us? He's like, all right, sit down. Here we go.
That's right.
I can only say it's coming after us so many times.
So they're great. Like it's like 100 years ago, and their like great ancestor, who is Silas Goodman, moved their whole entire family in this colony like west to this other piece of land. They got there and everything sucked. Everything the ground was shit. There was no fresh water. It was all garbage. Until one day, this warlock strolls into town and he like is basically like, "Yo, I can fix all this for you and give you could be super prosperous, but the only catch is I get to have free reign over."
horny.
Yeah,
And I want to live here.
I'm gonna fuck all your women and your men probably.
That's what it's not bad.
No,
It's not a bad deal. I'm just
No.
a really horny dude.
yeah, fine.
And he says it. He goes, "Oh, the warlock proceeded to have Sabbaths that were just elaborate orgies." I'm like, okay.
Pretty much, and you see like all the
And-
townsfolk getting down.
And Sarah and I watched this together for the first time. She goes, didn't realize they had double D breast implants at the time.
Yeah, well,
they're there too.
They are
I-
there.
dripping
That
oil
one-
on them and shit.
that one woman's getting herself a little cat. She's deep in that other woman's
Dude,
vagina.
they're not sparing you. There's a real
No.
orgy going on.
It's an orgy,
done.
brother.
All with the sepia tone.
Yeah.
You know, if he didn't have the fucking Necronomicon literally, like maybe we could be like, all right, he just wanted to have sex, but he's got a demon book with
Well,
like
he also is magic
incantations.
because he does make the ground
No, I
fertile
know.
and gives
Sure.
them water and
But
all
is
this
he?
shit.
Did he really do that much? I've retrospectively looked at this
He
scenario.
crossed the line when he fucked
he
the daughter.
fucked the daughter. That's right.
He fucked the daughter.
That's
and
right. He
That
was
was
like,
the
"You
problem.
fucked my daughter.
Yeah,
you can fuck
right.
everybody else in town."
But not my daughter.
Their ancestor Silas, the old priest or what have
Yeah,
you.
the
Yeah.
Amish-looking guy.
Yeah. I don't know how he arranges this, but he steals. So Silas steals the warlock's book, Magic Necronomicon.
He just goes, boo!
Yeah,
and
boo!
just
Do you guys
flies
know
over
who the warlock is, by the way?
Yeah, he's the sorcerer from Deathstalker 2.
Yeah. At first, I was like, "Oh, they couldn't get the warlock from Warlock Armageddon,
Yeah.
so they got this guy." All right,
Imagine if it was Julian Sands.
dude.
That would be sick.
Oh,
He
God.
kind of is doing a Julian Sands,
Kinda,
like
yeah.
in the scene. He's like, "I'm a really arrogant, cool guy."
Yeah, I mean, they often are, right?
yeah.
But you're right. He gets the book somehow, and they take this guy out like a chump. They're like, he would be impossible to defeat if he's resurrected. You just
Well-
gave him some fucking water that was drugged, and he passed out.
Well, they drugged him.
How hard could it be to
And-
stop this guy?
Well, I think he didn't realize they were going to turn on him,
Right,
so
you
they
gotta trick
drugged
him.
him and they dragged him out into a fucking
Yeah.
cornfield.
No, I love the scene where he's like, they drugged the warlock. He's like, "No, roofing's my thing."
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, but you're right. They say, oh, we dragged him all the way out there. He protested, but I guess he didn't really know what was happening until we were about to do
until it was too
Then they
late.
push his shit in.
a big
We
time.
fucked him up. We brought this big stone. We hung him up on this cross, and we fucking crucified him. And it took him 2 days to die, like Rasputin or some shit. And then
Or
they
Jesus.
Then they lit him on. Then they lit him on fire and burned him to bones, and then put his bones in like a special box, and then put that special box in the ground and covered it with this fucking Rawhead Rex stone
right.
with the ghost logo on it.
They also made sure that box was fireproof for some reason.
And he said, "The roots will seal his fate."
But I guess his spell remained. So the town continued to be
Yeah.
fruitful.
Well, that's
Joe,
what it
what
was.
do you mean? Unless a whirl like
Yeah,
me
a whirl
stood here
did it
and
for
said
sure,
this
yeah.
incantation.
That's what happened.
Exactly.
But they also said that too. They were like, and since he had the book, everything stayed the same. As long as nobody touches the bones, we're all good.
But here's my
And they marked it with the Scarecrow to
Here's-
show generations, hey, don't fucking fuck with this piece of land.
Here's my question. Are the only people left that can kill this warlock just the Goodman family, and there's only a few left, so he's going after them to kill them all so he can never be killed?
He's going after them to find his book.
This was a Jason Goes to Hell reference.
Oh, classic film.
By the way, we didn't mention Benny did an awesome interview with Adam Marcus and Mike Felsher.
The dude is awesome. Both of them are great.
so cool.
And the documentary that they did on Jason
Yeah.
Goes to Hell, Hearts of Darkness, is really fantastic.
Yeah.
Especially the stuff about the effects
Yeah,
that Kane
it was
did.
so great. I wish you were there to check it
I
out.
couldn't make
unreal.
it. It was
Yeah.
like the one weekend I couldn't do
Yeah,
out of like
happens.
all weekends.
Yeah.
I did want to ask, and Joe did give me an answer on this
yeah.
actually, because he also wrote. Sorry, Adam Marcus, but my least favorite Friday the 13th, my least favorite Texas Chainsaw.
Just to preface, Ben didn't even ask him. He just came out with it.
Oh,
But he did talk about the Texas Chainsaw
Yeah.
thing, and there was
3D,
a lot of interference with that
Okay.
when he wrote it and when it came out.
Because the classic line that we've talked about many times.
He is not responsible for that.
Do your thing, cuz.
He's like, I didn't write that fucking line.
He said that the first thing he said.
The first thing he said.
That was my question.
He's like a true monster kid. He was definitely like
man.
really like talking granular about like horror stuff.
Yeah, 100%.
Because I just I'm really curious about the documentary. I don't like that movie, but the documentary speaks to me. I want to see what the fuck happened on set that we ended up with the movie.
It's really good. I mean, the guy shot it when he was 23 fucking years old. But
impressive.
to your point about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, he actually, the first concept and the first script he wrote, Toby Hooper like approved and was like, this is the true sequel to Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And he's like, wait, you made Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2? And he's like, no. You did the true sequel to it. So put that into perspective.
Oh my
And he's a really funny dude. He was going through all the Friday the 13th stuff.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, you ever wonder who took that picture of Jason that Roy has in his wallet in part 5? He's like, what's that guy's story? And I was like, this guy gets it.
Because we were talking about this before. He was just, sorry, side tangent, Friday the 13th. But he's going through all the movies and explaining each, how they don't make sense together.
Sure,
pretty much, and how it kind of leads up to his spin for Jason Goes to Hell.
I mean, 6 had to basically say he's just a fucking zombie. We ran out of ideas,
right?
So I get it.
Well, Tommy Jarvis isn't gonna work as Jason, so we're just gonna make him a zombie.
Right, 5 and that whole thing.
Yeah. Anyway, I digress.
Those damn enchiladas.
Now we're on the quest to find this book. They must find it before the Warlock finds it, to banish him or destroy him or whatever. And if the Warlock finds the book, we're all fucked because he will be able to summon his human form and he will be indestructible.
Unless he gets roofied again.
Right, yeah.
But
unless I'm misremembering, because I feel like they make a line in there somewhere. They're like, well, there's an incantation in the book. Well, they say that he can use to resurrect himself, but I feel like am I misremembering? They said there's one to destroy him, or am I wrong about that?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
they need to keep the book away from him.
Okay. I was confused. I was like, what about that incantation you mentioned?
But there might be something in the book to stop him.
Oh, maybe that's what it was.
Which they do find that information later.
They got to burn the bones.
This is where the Scarecrow goes after William. And this is such a great fucking scene, dude, because he walks in and he's like, where's my book? And he's like, go fuck yourself. And he like sticks him to the wall with a fire poker and a fucking a cavalry sword. Yeah. And he's like sitting up on the thing and he's like, I'm going to give you a little piece of my pain. And he like takes the straw and like sticks it in his arm.
And it gets sucked into him.
Dude. It like goes up his arm and you see it like moving around up there, and then he's just fills with hay and the shit starts coming out of his ears and his eyes and his mouth and shit. It's awesome.
This may not come off as a compliment, but there was a lot of scenes here that I was like reminded me of the best parts of Children of the Corn Urban Harvest.
Yeah.
Corn-centric deaths. There's a lot of like straw-centric, which makes sense. I mean, like everything is, they pretty much, it feels like they brainstormed what was the coolest scarecrow shit that a supernatural scarecrow could do, other than kill a guy with a scythe, which he does.
Yes.
Right.
There's two internal things, and they're two totally different things.
Yes.
Right.
Which is pretty interesting.
Because when he did that at first, I'm like, well, why doesn't it just use the seed again? All right, something different, but it was a different reaction. Yeah, it's straw, but the way it comes out of him is very different.
Eyes.
It comes out of his fucking eyes. Oh, and this is what I wanted to bring back, because remember we were just talking about the puppet head? This scene specifically, there's the puppet head, and it's like laughing.
It's fucking
creepy, scary, dude. Yeah, it's creepy as shit.
And then we cut back just very briefly to the Thaddeus and the other two, and they basically decide, all right, well, Thaddeus and me, we're going to go this way. You're going to go that way. We're going to try to find that book because again, like you just said, he just got fucking murdered. But as far as they know, the mayor has it. No one else knows where this book is.
No. So Thaddeus and Dylan go back to Thaddeus's house. He finds his wife dead, and Dylan's like making him tea. And Frank comes in, and he's like, oh, you're going to jail. Where's my brother? And blah blah blah. Like you killed all those kids. He's like, dude, I'm making tea.
I think he's literally like, drop that thing. He's like, drop the tea kettle or whatever.
He's like, can I put it down?
Yeah.
He's never, while I don't think that Dylan's necessarily like a diverse, interesting, super interesting character, he's never doing anything that I'm like, you fucking moron.
No, he's doing practical things.
Very milquetoast, but not a bad guy by any stretch. Just he's just there.
Yeah. So Thaddeus gets it this time, and the Scarecrow, like, I love this too, because like it's off screen, but then Frank and Dylan go upstairs and the door is locked. So he kicks the fucking door down. He's like, oh my God, my other brother and his wife. But I love it because Thaddeus is like wrapped with barbed wire, but he's got his huffer stuffed in his mouth.
Yeah.
Well, he tries to exorcist the
that's right,
Scarecrow.
that's right.
He's like, oh, Jesus, in Jesus' name. And the Scarecrow's like, no. And then he's like, I got you.
Hey,
No, I'm
gotcha.
going to kill you.
Yeah.
Some Satan man shit.
That's right. So they make a beeline to William's house, and Claire is there, and they're like, "Oh, Claire, you're here. Dylan's locked up in my car. I arrested him because he's the killer." And she's like, "No, it's the warlock." And he's like, "It's real." And she's like, "Yeah."
That was perfect.
Yeah,
You got the part
That was it.
of both Claire and the sheriff.
They don't let Dylan out. They're just like, all right, well, we'll handle
I
that
kinda feel
later.
bad for him. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
It's like it's not him, but we'll get to that later.
yeah, we'll get to him later. So it's like, where's the book? Do you know where the book is? Can you remember where the book is? Where do you think it would be? And then Frank's like, oh my God, I got it. When we were kids, William used to tell me about this space up in the attic that there was like a secret floorboard, like trap door. And he's like, we got to go find it. So they go up there and they're looking around and they like move a chair and they're like, oh, it's not there. And it's like, maybe it's under this giant fucking crucifix.
Again, I just because I'm thinking about that again, about them finding an incantation. Why didn't he just fucking destroy this book 100 years ago? It has no consequence at the end of the movie.
Because the book is not tied directly to the warlock.
Yeah, but it wouldn't know it's destroyed. They could just look forever. It would never find it.
The book has the magical incantations to give them the prosperous.
Yeah, I think that
Life.
might be a factor.
Oh,
Yeah.
up to that point.
Yeah. So if anything happened, they could go back and be like, what the fuck was that again?
Okay, well that makes sense then. Okay.
Or if he had somehow come back, they could use it as a weapon against him.
Well, then I'll change my argument to why don't they now burn this fucking
Also,
book?
it's kind of like, why your grandpa had a bunch of Hitler stuff. My grandpa didn't, but he could.
He
could
found it on the dead soldiers, obviously.
Yeah.
And they're not always doing an apt pupil.
It's more like trophies, kind of. So the Scarecrow comes in, and it's cool because he's like Uncle Fester, and he's like lights the light bulb.
Oh God, I love that.
And Frank is shooting him with the fucking gun, and it's really cool because the squib hits are really cool on the.
Oh,
Scarecrow.
they blow through like the back of the window.
It like
and shit.
shoots out the window, and your chunks are blowing off the Scarecrow, and
Dylan's seeing the gunshot through the window. He's like,
he's like, let me out.
That's cool because that's kind of what you want in that type of movie.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, cool, he's a Scarecrow. So in a cheaper movie, they'd be like, who gives a shit, whatever.
Yeah,
But in this
exactly.
one, they put in the effort. Like he's made of straw, so the bullets will go through him.
100%. And even later, we'll get to it. There's some really cool shit. But so Claire gets the book, and whoever did the stunt for this, where she falls down the fucking attic stairs, I was like, oh.
But that's what you would do in that situation.
I know,
You're not
but,
trying
like,
to climb
but
that.
like, that was practical,
They
man.
are strong wooden stairs
I
that
was
she
like,
falls down.
Holy shit.
We think Stephen Root eats it here, right?
Yeah,
We think so, yeah.
we think he does.
What the hell even happens to him? Does he just get like stabbed or something?
Dude, well, first he shoots him, and then he's beating the shit out of the Scarecrow with a nightstick.
That's right.
Oh, right, yeah. And then he like disappears. Like, well, I guess he's dead.
This is a pummel-heavy movie. A lot of people are getting
Yeah.
pummeled.
Yeah. But I actually appreciate that.
I do too.
Because it's not just like all stabbing and stuff. It's like people are like going fisticuffs with the fucking Scarecrow.
He's the one that gets hit with the scythe, actually. The Scarecrow finds a scythe in the attic and slashes him.
Okay, yes,
with
that's
it.
right.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you're like, oh no, Stephen Root, you're dead.
Yeah. I liked him. He was the only character I liked. Well, actually, I like Claire. I lied.
So Claire hightails it out of there with the book. She jumps in the car, and Dylan's in the back. And she's driving this cop car. She's got the book, so she gives Dylan the book, and Dylan's like looking through it.
Oh, I love how they foreshadow he has a lighter so he can read.
Oh yeah,
for
yeah.
later.
And he reads. He's like, the only way to destroy the warlock and his bones are like connected to each other. So you have to destroy the bones. It's like the Freddy thing,
Right,
like you were
That's
saying
right.
before, where you have to destroy the bones, and then he'll die. So they hit a roadblock, and it's blocked off by Dwayne Whitaker is there from fucking Pulp Fiction.
Oh yeah.
He plays the same fucking guy in every movie.
Oh my god.
This seems great because this is one of those scenes in movies that where they get out and they're like, we're here to explain the plot, and they're cops, and they're like, shut the fuck up!
Get out! Get on the car! We're gonna shoot your ass!
That was my favorite part in well, not my favorite part, but I really enjoy the Joe Bagos movie Christmas Bloody Christmas.
I didn't
And
see
she
that.
gets out of the car and all the cops are like, shut the fuck up! You killed a cop!
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
fucking dead! You're dead! And I was
never
like,
saw
that's
that.
accurate.
Oh man, I gotta check that out.
I mean, even if she's the sheriff's niece, she's driving the fucking cop car.
I
She's
know.
not a
yeah,
cop.
yeah, and she's Yeah, she's clearly distraught, and it's like, what the fuck's going on? Where's the sheriff?
Well, she's like, well, he's fucking dead. And then they're like, all right, put your hands on the car.
She also says, it's true, there's a warlock, you don't understand.
That's true. That's one of her first lines as she talks about a warlock, which...
Yeah.
So the Scarecrow shows up and like slashes the tires.
But you just hear it.
And you hear it, and he's like, wait, don't go back there. And he's like, go fucking check that out. He's like, you're going to regret it, man.
I kind of like that. It wasn't too meta. There's a few horror movies we've covered where they do situations like that where the cops are just really dumb and aren't listening. That's kind of fun.
It's pretty great. And so the Scarecrow like slashes Dwayne Whitaker.
There's a cool little squib.
Yeah, it's like psh, all over the place. And they steal the other cop car and they're driving away.
Also, this cop also unloads his entire gun into it.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Oh, that's right. The squibs on here are awesome too because he's shooting them all into the fucking Scarecrow's head, and they're just going poof, 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 and this thing just going. Ugh. It's great. It's just so good.
And it's all shot in red because of the red sirens.
Oh,
it's so satisfying.
That was such a good idea.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was Jeff Burr's decision or the lighting department. That was Chef's kiss.
Cinematographer, maybe, yeah.
But I love when they're driving away. This fucking thing turns into an Olympic shot putter for a second. It fucking whips this scythe at the back windshield.
I used to throw scythes all the time as a human warlock.
Bullseye.
In the morning, it was scythe throwing, and at night, orgies.
Pull out those breasts.
But only in sepia tone. But yeah, the impact of this just scares the shit out of them, and they just kind of veer off the road.
Fly off the road.
In the morning, ESPN2. At night, Spice Channel.
The Spice Channel. Spice Channel.
Red Shoe Diaries.
Now that's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
I mean, honestly, in the movie dumpster universe, this warlock, Scarecrow, whatever you want to call it, he could be like that TV host. He could be the guy on AMC, like he introduces all the movies. I'm Warlock from the movie Night of the Scarecrow.
Oh,
Tonight's picture,
shit.
Frankenstein.
like a Svengoolie or some
Oh,
shit?
he's doing the voice. I'm not going to try to do the voice.
I
for all
thought
that,
you were going to
but-
do that the warlock introduces a softcore porn movie.
That's a better
kinda
idea.
like that.
Now I
honestly.
introduced the Best Sex Ever 4 series.
So you make
Nice
a joke.
girls like anal too.
You took the joke and you made it better. There you go.
Big Butt Bonanza 7.
Yeah, you're being canceled. Turns out there's not a market for a Svengoolie character who introduces softcore porn.
The funny
But
thing,
he's a
though.
dead warlock Scarecrow.
The funny thing is,
I'm
And he's
Peter
like-
Vincent!
I was going to say, he
Get
was-
ready to spill some seed, kiddies.
Oh, God. All I was going to say is he lasted longer than Chevy Chase, but all those jokes blew that out of the water.
So they duck into like a fucking. I think this is like Dylan's like work shed or some shit.
Oh, maybe.
And they duck in there, and they know that the bones are their money,
They'll pull your hair up, but not out.
but not out. So he's gonna burn the bones with like acid that's on a shelf.
Oh, yes.
Is that what it is?
Boiling acid.
Yeah.
It is like that.
In a jar. Yeah.
It made sense because he's like, this shit will just burn right through aluminum or
Yeah.
steel. And I'm like, all right, that'll work.
He's like, no, it's gonna be fine. We'll just pour this shit on it. Got it. Good. So the Scarecrow comes and it chases him through this place.
This warehouse. This part really, and what happens next really reminds me of Terminator.
A little bit,
/ Child's Play 2.
Yeah.
Kinda. Yeah.
We're at the fireworks factory now.
But I do like how this thing's looking for them as they're kind of going out this back emergency exit, and they find like a gasoline tank, and Dylan kind of does a trail of gas up to these containers in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, sorry. We missed the part because Stephen Root is alive.
Yes.
Oh, first,
Because
my
they
bad.
run through a field.
And they still have the book. He's trying to get the book.
That's right.
still.
Okay.
Sorry.
I jumped
And
the gun.
they're trying to get the bones.
Yeah.
And he's trying to get the book. They get to the grave, like the cracked grave, and they go down and they get the bones. And we find, and she's like slamming the fucking thing on the
Yeah,
ground.
he's like,
And
"Ah,
oh shit! Ah."
Right, yeah, I'm mixing the scenes up. Right.
No, you're good. And
That scene reminded me of like Army of Darkness when they're hitting the bones. He's like, "Gah! Gah!"
but it's also crazy too, because like Dylan's down in the fucking hole
With the
about to
jar.
dump the acid, and he like magically breaks the fucking
I know,
thing, and he
yeah.
like burns his hands and shit.
But not really.
It's pretty
I
good.
thought his hands would melt in the fucking skeleton
That's what I thought.
bones.
Just a little bit of that.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Not to be confused with any other kind of
And
bones.
Claire like chops his fucking arm off with
That was
the
good.
hatchet.
That is good.
And she takes his bones and runs off. The Scarecrow chases her, and then Uncle Frank shows up because he's about to kill Claire because he catches her.
Right.
And she just fucking starts unloading shotgun shells into this thing.
Oh my god, his death is incredible though, because I'm like, all right, well, that did nothing. Is he gonna like join them, or is this his last stand? And the warlock's just like, huh. Puts its hand out and blows fucking straw in his face.
Takes its glove off.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you're like, what's he gonna do? Is he gonna like? Is this like gonna shoot out and like?
What is it? Who does that in Mortal Kombat? The movie where they blow the sand.
Oh yeah.
It's not Kitana.
It's Sonya does it.
Sonya Blade.
Yeah. She does the kiss of death.
He does
thing.
a little Sonya Blade thing.
Yeah, and it's all. I don't know. He just dies from the straw being in his face.
It's cool.
Right.
It's cool.
And then this is when they run to that little warehouse where he does the gasoline and
They go
everything.
back there.
Yeah, okay.
That's
That's probably why I got confused. Same fucking location. They're just trying to wrap.
They're
it up
running
at this
around
point.
a lot. In fairness,
Yeah.
They go back and forth because they go to the shed to the grave and then back to the shed.
They're trying to play keep away with the bones.
Yeah, basically, yeah. They're trying to play keep away with the bones, and he gets the bones and he's like trying to like put them all back in the box.
Oh, because they drop
Because they
them.
drop them.
And that's why Dylan grabs the gas tank because he's like,
Yeah.
while it's distracted, let
Yeah.
me fucking blow this building up.
So he fucking makes a trail of gas to this big, I don't know what,
Oil drum.
fuel tank, oil drum, and she lights it on fire and they all run away, and it just like, it lights it up and the fucking whole place explodes
It's
to
good.
smithereens.
I love how the warlock sees like the trail and it's like getting closer to closer and he like looks to the left and sees all the tanks and he's like, oh
He
shit.
puts his bones back, he's so happy, and he's like, oh.
It's good.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say thank God, but thanks Satan, thanks somebody. This fucking bone box is fireproof, explosion proof.
They did it. It's all over, right? Nope.
No.
Burnt Scarecrow man comes back and grabs
So
Claire
good.
and like ties her up with like barbed wire.
Again, this feels really Terminator-like because Kyle Reese shows up, he puts the bomb in the Terminator
Yes,
kablooey, and then
yes.
it comes out. Dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun.
I mean, some of the best movies, horror, action, or otherwise, it's like they have that the
It's great.
I forget. I don't know the term for it. I probably did at one point, but they have like that final thing you think's gonna kill the bad guy, but there's that one last sequence that puts it over the
Yeah.
top.
And the Scarecrow's all crispy looking now.
Oh, dude, yeah, and he looks really cool still.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
he's got no arm. He's fucking burnt to shit. He's like burnt Chucky. At
Talk
this
about,
point.
I was gonna say Chucky,
Yeah,
2
yeah.
and 3, honestly.
And he's got this obsession with finger fucking people's mouths because he ties
Yeah.
her up and he's like, "Take my seed again," with the goo, and he puts it in her mouth.
Everything else was burnt off. That's all he had left.
And Dylan manages to grab the box of bones and run over to this machine that has like, I don't know, a fucking anvil on it or
it's
something.
like a piston.
Is that what
It's
it
a
is?
rock
don't-
crusher.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh no, he's forklift certified.
Oh shit! So he puts the fucking coffin under it, and he pulls the fucking lever, and the thing falls, and it smashes the coffin, and instantaneously the Scarecrow fucking explodes.
And the Scarecrow, when he sees it happening, has the most hilarious scream. He's like, "Ah!" It's so good. Every time I laugh because it's like it's legitimately him being like, "Oh fuck,
yeah! Oh, oops! And it
Uh,
just falls and he fucking explodes. And you know, it's always so
good.
satisfying. And that explosion of that Scarecrow is really, really good.
Thank God. This time I will thank God. Thank God that it was so satisfying because I'm like, all right, well, they didn't burn it, but that was fucking amazing with this thing exploding. All right, I'll let that one go.
So the seed doesn't get all the way in her, so she like is able to spit it out onto the ground.
I think he
but
like
then
dies before.
Oh no, it goes into the ground.
goes
I think
into the
that's
ground.
I think
Well,
that's
that's
sequel
a teaser for
all right, we're doing Night of the Scarecrow 2. We're getting that sequel.
But you know what? I like that. It's not like really like shoehorn right at the end and like, oh. It's like, if you see that happen, you're jumping to that
Yeah,
conclusion,
sure.
but it's not focused on. I kind of enjoy that.
It turns into a troll. Don't let the pods touch the ground.
That's how we really get to Troll too, right?
So, and that's pretty much it.
It
like,
ends.
Like Dylan like unwraps her, and then it just ends.
So the movie accomplished what it needed to.
And then it gets the fuck out, and it's awesome.
Now the town's economy is going to fail.
Yeah, who's getting that land deal now?
Well, I don't know.
Claire's getting all the money.
Claire's getting all the money. Yeah, she's like the last Van
She's
Garen.
going to become a wellness influencer.
Oh my god.
She's going to start a Theranos.
She's gonna have a fucking fear. She's gonna have a fear of corn the rest of her life.
Oh no!
She can't eat it anymore.
Get that away from my mouth. So on the show, we usually do if something's on the shelf or in the dumpster. But for Trick or Trash, we like to do what is this candy treat in your trick or treat bag that you would equate this movie to?
Ooh. All right, so this may be a controversial one, but I love a Milky Way Midnight.
Okay, yeah.
And so this is my Milky Way Midnight
All
because I'm okay on Milky Way. And so I would see a Milky Way Midnight and be like, let's see what this is like. But then it's got like the dark chocolate and the different nougat. And it surprises me in a pleasant way.
Yeah, hell yeah. Love it, man.
God, I love Milky Way.
This is like a Jolly Rancher, like one you really like. You don't always get all the time. I know he's going to go back to the variety of candies in these examples.
Like the elusive blue raz.
Yeah, blue raz or a watermelon, whatever your preference is. Some people like the green apple, but just that one, you're not even really trying to grab it out of the bag. You're not like, oh, I'm searching for this one. You just reach in, pull out a handful of them, and that's the one you want, and you got lucky. I didn't know what the fuck I was getting into this. I thought it was Dark Knight of the Scarecrow, honestly, until I did a little bit more research, and Joe actually sent me a copy of the movie, and I was like, oh, okay. So that was a little confusing, but that's the algorithm. What are you going to do? But pleasantly surprised. All the kills. I love my slashers when you can actually see the fucking kills. When I can't, that's when I get upset. Shocker. And the story was good. I don't know. The characters were interesting. Benny kind of said it at the top. Very nuanced. Nuanced writing is something I always appreciate. I feel like a lot of people do, but maybe not everybody. Some people, we've joked about it before in the show, and I'm almost kind of contradicting myself a little by about to say this, is people are just there for the kills, even though I just said I love the kills. So that's on some people, that's all they care about, and to each their own. But the story, we talked about it on the show. Story and characters are always very important to us, at least. And I think this movie nails both of those. And the villain's fucking cool. And he's funny. He's kind of funny too. He's not quite a Lubden or a Freddy or even Jason in his stoic funny moments, but the shit that's coming out of this thing's mouth and the cackling, it makes it memorable. Blood. Much like that Jolly Rancher that you didn't know you wanted, but it's the one you like.
But it was the one you wanted.
I should get some elaborated final thoughts.
Yeah,
right?
Go for it. Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah,
so
yeah. If you want to,
no, I would love to.
Yeah.
This movie does a big thing for me that I write about a lot, which is when you see a movie, when you see the cover of a movie, or you learn about a movie, you have an idea about what you want it to be. Mm-hmm. And this is like a 1-for-1 for me. What I want from this movie is exactly what I get, and maybe even a little bit more. When like they tell you about the warlock and stuff, I was like, okay, this is going the extra mile with all the different kills, with all the different elaborate ways that they did this. This could have been phoned in and been a forgotten movie. And sadly, it's a forgotten movie that is not phoned in at all. And as in terms of like Halloween movies, this is like easy money.
Yep.
And this is a movie I would love to see people watch, enjoy, and then show to other people, because everyone I've shown it to so far is like, how do I not know about this? That's been the general reaction.
That was mine. And I was like, this is one of those things we need to make a show. And we need, or if you want to do it yourself, that's fine. But like, you need to do a screening of this.
I would love to.
Like, legit.
Yeah.
Because people need to see it. Maybe people won't come out, but if maybe we hype it enough, we'll be like, dude, this is the best movie you never saw. You know,
we're showing Friday the 13th Part 4. I lied. We're showing Night of the Scarecrow, baby.
That's how you get him in. That's how you get him. Yeah. Let's see what kind of candy first. I love high chews.
Oh, they're good.
I'm much more like a sour fruity candy guy.
Dude.
Yeah, rather than like a chocolate. Now I love chocolate and I love Snickers and Milky Ways and all that shit too. But like if I have the option, I'll definitely reach for something like that. So high chew is one of those things where you think it's not going to be
so
good, and they don't look like they're going to be good. And then the flavor that you get and that satisfying ass chew is like so good. That's what this movie is. It's delicious. It's absolutely fucking delicious. I'm so happy that you brought this to my attention, because I don't even know how this really went under my radar. I was a big video store kid, and I guess I just know fucking video stores around me had this. I in my opinion, because I never saw this cover before. It didn't ring a bell at all. And boy, what a treat. What an absolute treat it was to fucking grab this tape and pop it in for the first time and just completely exceed my expectations. I mean, you said it was good, but I didn't know it was going to be as good as it was. And it's something you really need to experience for yourself to check it out. You guys have already said everything that I could echo about this, between the effects and the production value and the story and everything. I mean, it's just tip-top shape. And again, it's one of those things that Benny has been saying this whole episode, where it's like, these are the kinds of movies that we look for and want to find and share with other people because they're so great and more or less unknown, you know what I mean?
And you got to work through a lot of shit to find something.
And you got to eat a lot of shit.
For every one of these movies that has a cover like this, there are 80 other movies that look cover-wise like this that are unwatchable.
That are not worth your fucking time at all. But this is one of those rare gems. And there's still, what makes me so excited is that there's still movies like this to be found.
Hell yeah.
And that was kind of the theme of this month too that we were trying to run with, because like Hollowgate was one of those movies for me, and now Night of the Scarecrow was.
Was Hollowgate one of those movies for you?
Go back and watch the review.
To be fair, Night of the Scarecrow blows that one out of the water. This is like next level.
I hadn't seen it, to be fair, and we've talked about that on the show before too, where there's just so many movies you could never watch everything. But hey, I'm always open to new experiences, even if I don't enjoy them. I gave it a shot.
Course.
Now I know about it. I can talk about it.
And you know, I've seen a lot of movies, and I'm not saying that to like toot my own horn. I've just seen a lot, and I'm always chasing the dragon on that high.
Yes, that like. Again, that 1-to-1 of what I want to see versus what I get, and
this is what you want, and this is what you get.
Yeah,
because like that's what I'm talking about. Like, just inject this into my fucking veins. Fucking give me that seed and implant me with this fucking thing.
This also definitely feels like people talk a lot about like, Are You Afraid of the Dark and stuff. This is like the R-rated kind of version of that you're looking for.
I would say so, yeah. It kind of gives you the same vibe.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean? Yeah.
I mean, I think even Goosebumps did a Scarecrow
Walks at Midnight
story.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a popular theme. We kind of talked about that already, but
I always think of Four-Sided Triangle too, the Tales from the Crypt with what's her face, the Arquette, Patricia Arquette.
Yes, okay.
That one's a great one. But speaking of scary Scarecrow stuff that we were talking about before, but yeah, it's on you. This is on YouTube. You can grab it on tape. You can grab it on Laserdisc if you got a Laserdisc player.
I don't think the tape is super expensive.
Tape is not super expensive, not yet. Maybe it will be soon.
Oh no, we did it!
No!
We fucked up.
That would be fucked up, wouldn't it? But Night of the Scarecrow is really good. Definitely check it out. It's on YouTube in SD. It's even lower quality than VHS on YouTube. Unfortunately, you're better off buying the tape and watching it on TV than you are watching on YouTube. But it is on YouTube for free to stream. And again, if you got the money, I guess, buy the Blu-ray for $100 because it's a really good transfer.
But what you don't get is the trailers that were on the VHS.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
I forgot about this because I got the VHS first.
Yeah.
The trailers are Witchboard the Possession.
Oh, boy.
Where, like, D-grade David Boreanaz is, like, an evil dude possessed by the Witchboard. The Babysitter with Alicia Silverstone.
Oh, my God.
Remember that movie?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like, she's kind of horny.
Yeah.
And nobody can handle that. And then
it's like the Poison Ivy series.
Yes,
Yeah.
and in the same vein of that, the Molly Ringwald erotic thriller Malicious.
Oh, I never saw that.
Where this dude's like a baseball player and she's like, so, baseball sex pun. And then I'm going to ruin your life.
So it's like Swim Fan, but with baseball.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Huh. Man.
What an interesting trio of trailers.
I miss that, though.
Well, I guess like I would say that again, we're at the end of the golden age of slashers.
Yeah.
So they were like, oh, whatever, put some erotic thrillers on there.
The sun is setting and all of that other shit is
unfortunately.
going up, man. So yeah, it's spooky season. Do yourself a favor, check out Night of the Scarecrow. You will not be disappointed, and enjoy the shit out of it. Get your little bucket of candy, sit cross-legged in front of that television, and kick up some Night of the Scarecrow because it's really, really good.
Fuck yeah.
So yeah, with that being said, if you want some more Movie Dumpster content, you can head over to patreon.com/Movie Dumpster for an ad-free audio version of the show for as little as $2 a month, and you can get some great stuff at the $5 and $10 tiers. Right now, it is Trick or Trash. You can get all of the back catalog stuff from Trick or Trash, plus all the new stuff we're dropping this month on Patreon at the $5 or $10 tiers. If you want to do that, help support your favorite show.
And if you're watching here on YouTube, please like the video and share it, and subscribe if you're not already. And if you're listening on your favorite podcast app, leave us that 5 stars and a review if you got the time. It really does help grow the show and get this dumpster community a little bigger. We're always talking about getting more people into the dumpster, into these juices to talk about these movies. So we really do appreciate you all sharing the show.
Leave those comments, leave those likes. It's like little treats in a treat bag. Give it to somebody else. That'd be even better. Share the wealth, share the love for movies like Night of the Scarecrow. And yeah, but if you want to buy some stuff, you can go over to moviedumpsterpodcast.com. We got shirts, hats, stickers, all kinds of good stuff like that. We also have a calendar there where you can see what the Dumpster Boys are up to. And yeah, check all that out at moviedumpsterpodcast.com. So that's it. That's Night of the Scarecrow from 1995, directed by Jeff Burr. I'm Joel Escola.
I'm Sean O'Rourke.
And I'm Dr. Benny Graves.
Thanks for visiting the dumpster.